Hey, what's up, everyone? Just want to share with you on this video a really cool story about someone who came to see me and was in a really bad way, and and what we did, and then the two things that we can take from this story and show you how that you can apply them to your life and how it can have a massive effect on um, changing and improving your life and making things much easier. So, a young lady came to see me who's studying at the moment, is extremely clever, and I would class as very logical and super, mentally intelligent. And she was in a really difficult way and was struggling to deal with sort of life, and she was starting to kind of become unraveled emotionally, which was very unusual for her because she's so smart. She's got, she kind of gets it, but when the emotions start coming in, and she's losing confidence, and she was very, very in a very bad way. So she booked a session with me through a friend, and the what came up, I kind of what I do is I listen to them, the person talking, just to get an idea of what's going on, and then I find, like, of everything that's going on, what's the worst possible outcome, what's the worst thing. So we kind of brought it to something along the lines of, what if you lost your mind? Like, it's an extreme, but it's something that the mind, it's always looking at the worst possible outcome, right? Your mind, my mind. So when you think about that, what is the emotion? She was very upset, and so it was a very strong energy, very strong emotion, a 10 out of 10. And what was very interesting, and I think the it's really goes against how we see psychology and how we see the mind, is that one of her parents, their thinking at that moment was having so at that moment, like over the months, was affecting this young lady. Now you might say, well, maybe if she was talking to her the whole time. No, she didn't know that. So what we need to understand in terms of psychology and health is we're all entangled. We're all just made of particles. And if you look at that, if we're all connected, it's like we have this software running, and we have like networks of computers. So there's your mum and your dad. You watching this, you've got mum and a dad. Even if they passed, this is still having an effect. So it's called the family triad. So one of her parents is, their mental thinking and everything was that, and because it was coming in, and it wasn't this young lady's thinking, but she ran it as her own, there was no way she could resolve it, and she was going downhill very fast. And it makes me wonder how many, I mean, it happens all the time. Like, nearly every one of my clients has got some sort of thing coming in from their parents. So once I told her that, and sort of strengthened it, so it was the energy supporting it was stronger. She was, there were a few more things, and that's another thing you could learn from this, is it wasn't just one thing, it was like 5 things that came together to create like a mishap in her life. So we cleared the first thing, she was feeling much better, and then we cleared a few more things, and it's fine now, she's much, much better. So what I want to say, there's 2 things there, is things never come as a one thing, is combinations, and that you can get this effect like a computer, someone else's computer affecting yours. The other thing that was really affecting her was she told me a little bit about her personality. Like, she is this way. Like, she said, I am very a perfectionist. I like things done, and I'm obsessive about it. So whenever I hear someone say, I am this way, you see what happens over here. The opposite exists, but it's like in the shadow. It's not seen. So you're kind of jammed up in your thinking about yourself. I'm this way. And the more you think you're a certain way, like, I'm an empath, I'm too sensitive, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not good at writing, I'm not good at school, all these things. This is going to cause the conflict in your life, and it's going to show up in your life around you to reflect back that you need it. I'll go more into that. I'm just saying that once we found that she said she was this, and she realized that she needed more balance. So if we look at the yin yang, It's all about balance. Everything's about balance in life. Yeah, black, white, hot, cold, everything balances out. So once we realized that in fact she did have this in her shadow, she was capable of being, let's say, relaxed, easygoing and stuff. She then herself put a plan together. She said, well, I always thought I was like that, but I'm a human becoming, not a human being, and I can balance this out by doing more yoga, walking, creative stuff. She came up with it, and that balances out her life, and then that takes her to the next level of happiness. She gets more fun, laughter, excitement, color in her life. So if you're feeling jammed up and stuck and things seem grey and you don't want to get up bed in the morning, it's because of this. It's jamming up, yeah, binary jamming up, and it can be cleared easily. So yeah, just a few things that I learned from that. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions about that, just reply to the email, and love to hear your comments. Thank you.